Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Chapter 1 of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets titled The Worst Birthday. So, this is kind of like the obligatory recap chapter. Like, most of this is just kind of recap of what happened and what we learned in the first book, and I'm pretty sure it says somewhere on this book that it's book 2. Who the hell starts a book series at book 2? I don't know, but it's there. So we kind of learned that Harry's basically kind of turned it on the Dursleys a little bit. He's kind of started taunting Dudley a little bit with fake magic spells like Hocus Pocus, Jiggery Wiggery, Wokey Pokey, Squiggly Wiggly. And, magic has basically become like the foulest word that could ever be uttered in this house. So when Dudley's fat ass said, "Can you pass the bacon?" And I don't say fat ass lightly. He's drooping over the sides. Like, he's comically fat for some reason. Like, I expect that there is some producer out there salivating to have this kid on My 600 Pound Life or something like that. Like, I don't know why JK decided to make him so comically fat, but, oh well. Anyway, he passes the entire pan of bacon over, just not a couple slices, the entire pan. And, of course, Harry's, like, say the magic word, and Uncle Vernon basically flips his shit, like, "Don't use that word in my house, boy! We don't talk about your abnormity." What abnormity? Abnormality, I mean, or what? Damn, acting like Harry's hosting a demon of something. So, he's basically just brooding, and that's kind of where we learn it's his birthday, his 12th birthday, and that's kind of where all the recap comes, because he's kind of brooding like his best friends Ron and Hermione didn't remember his birthday. He's reminiscing on what happened last year, all his classes, his teachers, his friends, and he's kind of upset that Ron and Hermione didn't remember his birthday. But Dudley did, and honest to God, I don't remember Harry being this sassy. He's like, when Dudley says, "I know what day it is," and Harry says, "Oh, so you finally learned the days of the week." Sassy. Damn. I don't remember him being and this, I think, this is like one of the reasons I think Harry could have belonged in Ravenclaw. I've heard people say that, Harry makes too many dumb decisions. He'd have never been a good Ravenclaw. I'm pretty sure Ravenclaw is more than just like the House of the Intelligent. It's also the House of the Wit. Like, you have to have good wit. And Harry has, in at least the first 2 books, proven he's very witty. Took me a second to kind of put that into words. The brain wasn't branding for a second there. So Harry's staring at the hedge, and, he basically shits his pants because, oh my God, the hedge is staring back. It should not stare back. Why is it staring back? So he decides to mess with Dudley after, Dudley does his, I know it's your birthday and nobody remembered but me, and that's kind of, yeah. He says the magic words, false magic words, and, everybody, including Aunt Petunia, knew they weren't magic words, but he still had to duck because Aunt Petunia swung a soapy frying pan at his head. Heavy. The book made mention that it was heavy. A heavy blow. How heavy a blow? Are we talking like, damn, he's got a concussion, or Damn, that was a short book. Harry died in the first chapter. Because both are pretty bad. Just one's murder. All I can think of is Voldemort would have been pissed if he found out. Are you telling me the baby that killed me was killed by a mere muggle? So he gets his... So another thing is there's a business meeting that Vernon is holding with the Masons. So Harry's basically, getting shoved up into his room. While they're having a nice feast for dinner, Harry has 2 slices of bread and a lump of cheese. And mind you, it's not stated, but I imagine that these are the butt pieces of the bread. Like, these are the butt pieces. The end of the end of the bread, yeah. I imagine those are the type of the bread, along with the, and when I hear a lump of cheese, I immediately just, don't think like a lumpy slice of cheese. I just think like a glob of cheese or something. So he gets sent up to his room with the final warning of, not a word out of you, boy. Because, Uncle Vernon made sure to mention that Harry's role this evening was, I'll be up in my room, making no noise, pretending I don't exist. We have a oopsie daisy because he gets into his room and there's someone sitting on his bed. That should not be happening. So, overall, I'm going to give this chapter maybe a 6 out of 10. I understand why we have the recap. I just kind of didn't like it. And, as far as hook, line, and sinker, getting me into this book, it wasn't really there so much as maybe the first chapter of the first book was. It was honestly kind of a weak opening chapter to me. Maybe that final line of there's someone on his bed could get you a good hook, but other than that, this whole chapter was kind of weak. And now that I'm saying it out loud, I think 6 is a bit too high. I think I'm going to give it a 4. It was just a good enough chapter, but not a great one. It's not an average chapter. It's not a good... It's... I'll give it a 5. It's not a bad chapter. It's not a good chapter. It's not an average... I'll give this a 5 and leave it at that. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.